All right, so today I wanted to share some of my favorite tips when it comes to healing your gut and just having a healthy gut in general. And if you're excited to get into this with me, make sure to give this video a like and also subscribe if you want to stay updated on more videos that I share. And if we haven't met before, my name is Anna. I'm a holistic health and nutrition coach. Basically, what I do is that I help you heal your gut, find food freedom to ultimately experience radiant health so that you can feel more light and free and vibrant in body, but also in your mind. All right, so the first tip that I have for you is to stand in your own power. And let me explain this. So this is all about energy, and especially looking at your chakra system. So your solar plexus is located around your gut area. Your solar plexus is all about your inner powers, empowerment, your inner wisdom, and all that good stuff. So when you start to give away too much of your power and decision making, that could be through decision making, life choices, people pleasing, saying yes when you mean no, all these things when you stray away from your own inner power and authority. So that when that happens, your solar plexus can get out of balance, and that can cause a lot of digestive issues. So that's simply your body's way of communicating that you're out of alignment with your true self, really. All right, so what are some good easy healing practices if you need to balance your solar plexus? So your solar plexus is represented by the color yellow. So if we look at food, a good idea could just be to boost foods that are yellow. So it could be pineapple, mango, lemon, anything you can find that's yellow. When it comes to practices, again, since your solar plexus is all about empowerment, find things, that could be exercise and movement, for example, that makes you feel empowered. It could be, things like dance, maybe even pole dancing, if that makes you feel really in your power. For me personally, it's really getting into like a powerful vinyasa yoga practice. But it could be anything where you feel that, you feel like you're in your inner power. And this is just experimenting. This is so individual. So it's just trying different things. Another thing, and as I mentioned before, is around, when you say yes to things, but you mean no, but also in general setting boundaries with yourself and with other people. So that could be looking at, when it comes to other people, if there's anything where you feel some resentment towards something, you then know that you need to set a boundary. So this could just be taking inventory and see, okay, where do I have some resentment at the moment, to see where you can set more boundaries and just start practicing saying no more, and just, realize that that's totally fine, and that you and your health, that's your number one priority. And then it could also be just a final thing, could be to say an affirmation. It could, for example, find something that feels good to you, but just an easy one could be, I am standing in my own power and wisdom. All right, so the second tip that I have for you is to eat the rainbow. And what I mean by that is eating minimally processed, wholesome, plant-based foods. And there are two reasons for this. The first one is around fiber. So a little like Gut Health 101. So you have both good and bad bacteria in your gut. That's exactly how it's supposed to be, but you want the good bacteria to rule down there. How you help them do that is to give them fiber. That's essentially their food, and fiber can only be found in plant-based foods. So not in animal products, but only in plant-based foods. So it's really a non-negotiable to eat more plant-based foods if you want to have a healthy gut. That doesn't mean that you need to become a vegan, that you need to ditch all the meat and all the dairy and everything. If that's something you really love, if it's something that you intuitively feel that you want to keep some of that as part of your diet, then definitely do that. I mean, the important thing here is that you feel good. That's really what it comes down to. So also listening to your intuition when it comes to this. But usually if when your diet is the majority is plant-based, you will feel better because of the fiber, because that's needed for a healthy gut. But again, this is something to also play around with and see what works best for you. The second reason is because plant-based foods are highly vibrational. So by eating more plant-based foods, because they come from Mother Nature, you will essentially, because that plant-based foods are very high in comes with a high frequency. So if you eat more plant-based foods, you'll also increase and raise your own vibration and frequency. And that's ultimately how you connect with your true authentic self and your soul's purpose. So how does this relate back to healing your gut? So one of the main reasons for gut health issues is stress, and not living a life that's true to you and not being yourself can cause a lot of internal stress. So that's how it actually comes back to or how it relates to healing your gut. So connecting with your own truth will free you from internal stress, which will support a healthy gut. All right, baby boo, so I have one final tip for you, and this is around deep breathing. So the reason for this, so your body can essentially only self-heal when it's in a parasympathetic mode, which is the rest and digest state, as opposed to the sympathetic mode, which is the fight or flight, or the stress response. The reason for this is when you're in fight or flight, like all of your energy goes to preparing you to either run away or fight something. So that essentially means when we're looking at gut health, that your gut is essentially almost shutting down, or its functions during that time, because it doesn't want to spend any energy on your digestive system. So this is why it's so important to get back to a rest and digest mode to heal your gut. And deep breathing is just one of the easiest ways to do this. And what you want to do, and I'll put a separate video in the description where I go through a deep breathing exercise so that you can do. But you simply just want to sit down. It could be for 5 or 10 minutes, and just focus on breathing through your belly. So when we're stressed, we tend to breathe up here, but we want to shift and get the breathing down into your belly. But again, I'll share a separate video on that so you can do that practice on your own. All right, these were the tips I had for you today. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or feel free to share any specific gut health issues that you're going through, so that I can support you. And again, if this was helpful, give this video a like, and again, remember to subscribe if you want to stay updated on new videos that I share. So thanks for being here, and see you next time.